No one wants to go through sitting in a hospital room and realizing that it's time to give the baby back. Yeah, I was halfway through my pregnancy and they did the scan and said basically, she's incompatible with life. That was the phrase. Her kidneys had too many cysts. Her heart didn't have 4 chambers. She didn't have a bladder. I mean, it was so much that he said any one of these things would not allow her to live. And she has many, so there is no chance. And at this point in the story, and I want to be honest about this, they took us into another room and they said, you can abort here. And what they had told me was that she was in pain. And so we went back in the morning to a different doctor and just clarified, I didn't want her to be in pain. Ultimately, we chose to carry her because we were told she wasn't. It was several weeks after that, we went back and she started looking over the scan, and it had taken her a second, and I don't know if she remembered my chart very well. And she goes, here's her bladder. And I looked at her and said, she doesn't have a bladder. She said, I see it on your chart. She does, this is it. And she moved it again, and I heard her like, and I looked at her and she has 4 chambers in her heart. And of course, what we prayed is that the miracle would be that she was born alive and healthy.
And Angie chose to have a C-section, decided to sacrifice in that way. And
they said they didn't think she could be born alive.
She wouldn't have been able to survive. And we were expecting 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe. Then she came out, she had beautiful red hair.
She was so teeny tiny and so cute. The doctors had always said, there's no way she could weigh over 2 pounds, so just be expecting that it's 2 pounds, that's it. And they put her on the scale and it said 3 pounds, 2 ounces. And I will never forget that moment. I started crying and I remember looking at Todd and saying, she had weight in this world. She has weight in this world. And so I feel like the Lord gave us moments like that, but she's part of our family. We didn't get the miracle we wanted. She was born pretty shy of my due date just because of the condition, and she lived for about 2 hours. And that was one of the times in my life when I will say, I was like, Jesus, you have to be here. I don't have any other choice. You're just gonna have to be here with me right now. I just don't want to make it sound like we look back and go like, we saw Jesus and everything was wonderful. It's still—
He carried us through, but
it's one of the greatest wounds we'll ever carry.
We grieved very differently. And for her, it was every moment of every day. For me, I was in kind of like a survival mode, or what do we need to do next? Or how do I take care? How do I provide? How do we, okay, we've got 3 other kids. What do we do? And I think that was a big issue too between us.
It affected our marriage a lot. Because I felt like, why don't you care?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you care? Even to wives who are listening to this, there has to be a different grace in saying it isn't because you don't care. It is because, we're not experiencing it the same way. He's not feeling her kick. He's not, and so there needs to be some kind of permission in a marriage to understand that this is not someone who's absent or uncaring. It just is.
Yeah, it's
different.
It's going to hit you in different ways. For families who are walking through this, where they know they're going to lose a child, I would say as much as you can, experience life with that child.
I don't think until you're in that moment, you can fully understand that you are a mother. You are a mother. Yeah, it was a shift in like the fact that I was missing out on parenting, but that she is being fathered in a way that she never could have been. She's very much a part of our story.